like my hair like this. Won't actually though. Hi, hello. I know. Where have I been? What's up guys, it's your girl Books with Bonnie and I am back with another FM video. May has been a weird month for me. I had time to batch record some videos, but I did not have time to edit them. And at this point, they are completely irrelevant. So I'm gonna try to mush kind of all of those videos into this one. So stick with me, stay in there with me, help me, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's get into this video. So to kind of start this video off, I did change my office a little bit. You guys can see a little bit behind me. So you guys will definitely see a video coming soon of my official office tour. It's a little messy right now. Like y'all can kind of see it's a little messy right now. But you guys will actually get an official tour of my office coming soon. That being said, let's jump into some of the books that I'm currently reading. Okay. So the first book I am reading is Queen of Hearts and it's by Colleen Oakes. And I don't know, this is giving me very much, I'm sleepy, but like not really sleepy, if that makes sense. So this story is actually starting with the Red Queen and how she became the Red Queen. I have mixed feelings about this book. I'm gonna be honest, it's not a hitter right now, but there's like pieces that are heavy hits for me, if that makes any sense. So I don't know how to explain that. But basically it's interesting. It's interesting enough for me to keep reading. How's that? That's what we're doing. It's interesting enough to continue with the read, okay? But I'm not even halfway through the book. So I'm only like a few chapters in with the book, so I'm hoping more to come, but like I'm gonna keep my 2 cents to myself for now. Okay, the next book that I'm reading is called Foul is Fair by Hannah Kappen, and this one gives me very much premeditated murder, if that makes any kind of sense. So basically these 4 girls go to a party from another school and something takes place, and now the main character is very revengeful. She's giving me very much Evil Queen. This gives me very like popularity, and then something bad happens and now they feel like they can take the law into their own hands, and I don't know how I feel about this. It's good enough to read. Again, I'm not done with this whatsoever. I've only gotten a few chapters into this one too, but it's giving me very much I'm not in love with it. How's that? So some other books that I plan on reading this month and next month. So this is kind of like my May wrap up, kind of June current reads, whatever. Here's a few books that I do plan on reading. I'm reading those two. Ooh, I did just finish. What did I just finish? Oh, and the last book that I was reading for May that I did finish was A Woman in the Window. It was very much a lot of details, a lot of interesting things, but it was really good towards the end. So I really liked the end of the book. I overall give that book like a 3.5, but in a good way. It was a goodie. In addition to that, I do plan on reading a few books in June, and a few of those books, not a lot. I'm trying really hard not to read a lot of books, so I'm averaging at 3 to 4 books a month, so I want to keep it there. But one of the books that I plan on reading is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I've seen this everywhere, whether it's Book Talk, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever. Everybody's read this book apparently, but me. Okay, I was gifted this set and I have yet to read it, so I'm gonna read it. And I don't know how I feel about it. I do plan on doing an unhaul, so I want to read some of the books I haven't touched and had on my shelves for a while before I unhaul them. So hopefully this is good. Now, the other book that I'm reading is Cursed. And I know this is a Netflix series. I'm really looking forward to reading it and getting into the series, but I don't know how to feel. It's very witchy, it's very, you know, fantasy like, and you know I like that kind of stuff. That's really my vibe lately. And this is by Frank Miller and Thomas Wheeler. So here we go. And ultimately, I think it's a really cute book. It's one of my birthday gifts. So I'm gonna read this one. And then last but not least, my most anticipated book, the one I've been looking forward to but also don't want to read, has been A Whirlwind. And I finally picked it up. I read the first 5 chapters and I closed it immediately. Is A Vow So Bold and Deadly. I have been talking about this series for the longest. One of my favorite series as far as retellings. It's emotional for me. But anywho, so this one is actually about a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I don't know, I don't want to give anything away, but if you heard of this story or heard of this series, please read it. Let me know what you think. This one was a good one for me, and I'm finally gonna suck it up and end it in the storyline and read the last book. So that is all I have when it comes to books, what I'm reading, what I'm currently reading, what I've read. That being said, I also wanted to talk a little bit about my book. I have announced it multiple times on this channel that I'm writing my own fantasy, and I am going crazy. At this point, it's so much going on with my head, I can't even focus on it. So I told myself that I was going to focus all of June dedicated to revamping, editing, and writing this book. So the first chapter, I've already previously wrote a few, I want to say last year, this time last year, I wrote the first chapter, and I went back to just go back and understand where I was mentally to write the first chapter. And I found myself changing, adding, and kind of diving back into the story. And I think this is why a lot of people talk about not being able to edit their own work, because as a writer, you definitely end up writing something completely different. On the plus side, you also get an opportunity to develop smaller ideas. And I feel like for me, I was so focused on the plot and storyline that I didn't get a chance to develop a lot of the contents, kind of the juice of the beginning half of my book. So I'm taking this opportunity to really fully develop this chapter. I really want it to be a big and bold chapter. And this brings me to a topic that I actually was watching. Booked and Busy is her name, and her channel, please follow, subscribe, like, comment, all that thing for her, where she talked about Sapphic books and how their love interest with main Black characters always ends up being white. And that made me go back and think about my book and how I really wanted it to be I really wanted it to be the love interest to be both Black. And I don't want to give away a lot about my book, but just, if you haven't watched that video, I'll link the video below. She makes some really good points. As a person who is Black, but also in an interracial relationship, I could speak to both, but it really got me thinking about how the story of main Black characters always falling for another or race of a love interest. That really resonated with me. Let's just say that. So it's really important to me, and I'm really driving that home. But I am saying all this because I want to talk more about my story and my books, but I'm not sure if you guys are interested. If you guys want to know about my story, want me to talk about this kind of stuff on my channel, I totally will. I just never know what you guys are into. And considering I haven't been doing a ton of reading, I've been doing a pretty steady amount of reading. I haven't been doing a ton, but I haven't went into a slump. So we're in a good spot. I think we're balancing out for the most part. So yeah, I really wanted to know if you guys are interested in things like that. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm also planning on reading Celeste Locke. Going off memory, so I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But she has a book that she's releasing. She wanted me to read the book. I believe it released May or June. It's either May or June, in between the two. But her book is releasing. I'm currently reading Conquest, and she's coming up with another one that's releasing, I believe, at the end of this month, if not the beginning of June. So with that being said, people, you'll be hearing my feedback, follow-up, and notes on that because I am really excited. Another Black writer, another fantasy, magical, sapphic, all of the above. So If you haven't heard of it, I'll link some more info down below, as well as you can find a post I'm gonna make on my Instagram as well. Whew. This is a lot, and it's kind of warm in this room, but my shirt is cute, so I'm not tripping. Now, okay, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the dang thing below. Ask me questions. I would love to do more connecting with you guys, so make sure you do it. Comment down below with a purple heart if you made it to the end of this video. What are you currently reading? What is your TBR next month? It's your girl, Books with Bonnie, and I am out.